What's going down, beautiful people? It's Fate. I'm back with another gun build video. Today I'm talking all about the Bullfrog. Now I think a lot of people are looking for a build for this gun, and out in the community on like websites that tell you guys all about the stats of different attachments and stuff, nothing's really been tested. So this is kind of like pure open ground, and as you guys know, most of the attachments that are in the gunsmith are broken. They don't do exactly what they tell you they do. So I'm kind of just spitballing here and going for things that I've been kind of like testing out myself, just in game, and just feeling this gun out, feeling what's good, like what is it good at range, what's the, you know, kind of like the TTK like. I'm going to get into some specific stats in a second, but I'm doing these gun builds with like no fuss. I'm not going to overhype guns up. If you look at my channel, I don't do the whole like fucking thumbnails with your mouth open and all that kind of like clickbait stuff. I'm telling you guys the stuff that I'm figuring out. I'm playing just the same as you, and I'm going in depth with stats where I can, and I'm just telling you guys the truth, and I'm just telling you guys my findings. So if you appreciate that, a like and a comment and a sub really does massively help me out. I'm a growing channel, just over 2.5k subs. So if you want to stick along for the ride, and I implore you to do so, then just subscribe and stay up to date. But anyway, getting into this, I've been playing with the Bullfrog all of today, a little bit of yesterday in multiplayer, just kind of ranking it up, unlocking all the attachments. And my main question for this video, as it happens quite a lot in my videos, is this gun a challenger to the Mac 10, which is obviously the SMG meta right now at the moment in Warzone. So a little stat that I have, and I'm just going to get this stat up on my phone. The Bullfrog TTK that I timed from the stats that are available online, the Bullfrog TTK is 0.538 seconds. This is to the chest at 250 HP. The Mac 10 is 0.483. I'll put these stats on screen in text so you can see it. But essentially, the Bullfrog is about like 100th of a second slower in pretty much most of the damage ranges. There's a chart here that you can see, than the Mac 10. So you can see kind of that ranges, it starts to lose out quite a lot to the Mac 10. And the Mac 10 is just for my like playing with the Bullfrog, it just feels like it kills a lot quicker. In the stats, it's 100th of a second, but just the feeling of it, it just feels like it kills so much quicker, the Mac 10. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you guys the attachments that I recommend you guys try. I've got some gameplay coming up at the end, so you can just see a few kills. I have a pretty decent game with it. I paired this, well, I picked up someone's SPR, and that was my intention to use this gun. I picked up my ghost loadout first with this Bullfrog, and then I pick up my ghost loadout with the SPR because I play solo duos. And someone that I killed had an SPR, so I picked it up so I didn't have to pick up my second loadout. And as you will see at the end, it worked out pretty well. So anyway, as I said, let's get into the attachments. So right here, like, I'm not going to mess around, I'm going to get straight to the point. So this is the build that I was rocking. First thing that I will say is that the iron sights are pretty damn good. For me, they actually like, it's kind of like a W shape. So obviously the middle of the W is your like the point where you put on your enemies, right? And so it's got quite a good like shaping around like when you're focusing on enemies. It doesn't really obscure anyone else to your left or right when you're ADSing. So for me, I found it's okay, but you guys can obviously put on an optic if you feel more comfortable. Let me know down in the comments, of course, if you want to change up any of these attachments that I say, and let me know why. I honestly do love kind of discussing these attachments. What I say isn't set in stone, and if later down the line things do change when stats and more information comes out about the Bullfrog, then obviously I'll update these videos and make a new one and show you guys the best build from there. I'm always on the pulse, so you guys don't have to be. That's my job, right? So first of all, for the muzzle, we're going to go for the GRU suppressor. This is kind of like the mono, right? So like every gun in this game now, all the Black Ops weapons, you're going to put on basically this bottom suppressor. I don't do it by default. I actually do mess around with the other suppressors. And as I said, the stats aren't out yet for this gun. Most of the SMGs aren't out, like the stats for each specific attachment. So just go ahead and put the GRU, gives you sound suppression and damage range, just has a slight knock to ADS and aim walking steadiness. For the barrel, we're going for the 6.7 VDV reinforced. So I was kind of like going between this and the task force, but I was obviously just worried about the vertical recoil and horizontal recoil control. Well, normally on this, because it's kind of like they're set the same, no matter if it's in like an AR or an SMG, it's always like the third one down or the last one. It's like the barrel that does effective damage range and bullet velocity, and this does the same, but it gives you like additional damage or something, you know? But I was experimenting with this, the 6.7, and it feels pretty good. As you can see from my clips, it's like, it does feel like, as I said, it does feel like it's lacking a little bit of power, but I don't feel like it's worth adding this on and having the additional vertical recoil and horizontal recoil, like less control. I don't think it's worth it. So I just went ahead and put on the 6.7 VDV. Give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. Honestly, it's not worth it because obviously you get a lot of vertical recoil and horizontal. And yeah, I just don't think it's worth it. So 6.7 VDV, whack that on. For the underbarrel, we're going to go for the Spetsnaz grip because that kind of fixes the vertical recoil and horizontal recoil. And in the gameplay, I actually show you guys the recoil pattern of this. So basically, if I do it flipped for you guys, so it actually goes from the starting point, it climbs up and to the left if you're not controlling the recoil. That's its natural pattern with this. And I think I do say it in the clips, but it is super easy to control. It's not like waving everywhere. It's such a linear pattern. It's very much like the growl, you know, like the meta growl of like, you know, a few 6 months ago, whatever it was. It kind of feels like that. So that's the Spetsnaz grip. So moving on to the stock, what we're going to go for is the KGB skeletal stock. Apologies. So this gives you sprint to fire time and aim walking movement speed. Now this is really the thing that I was going for. So when you're juking side to side, making it super difficult for people to hit you, this really does help. This is such an agile gun, it's such an agile SMG, and adding this sprint to fire time and aim walking movement speed, I could really feel like it really helps me be aggressive. As I said, I play solo duos. I like to push, I like to be aggressive, I don't like to give them an opportunity to knock me. So that's the kind of build that I'm going for. There are other options, but really I don't feel like you need to add the laser. It doesn't really add anything. The hip fire on this gun is really good. I have a clip of me killing the guy in the stairwell and I track him perfectly with just hip fire, and like every shot lands pretty much. So you see, it felt really good. It felt like it gives me confidence that I can hip fire with this gun, which is the main point. And then for the mags, I go for the 65 round speed mag. I feel personally that you don't really need 85. As I say, I'm playing solo duos, so I'm the only one pretty much, unless I'm like third partying a situation, I'm the only one laying down fire on this duo. And I feel 65 is enough for me to either down both of them and finish them if one of them's got self-res. So I feel after I've been playing with it that 65 is enough. I might add 85. I did play with it. I'm just going to kind of play some more games and see how it goes. Maybe if I'm playing solo trios, solo quads, that's kind of where the 85 rounds would come into play. But I think if you guys are playing with your friends or you're doing what I'm doing and playing solo duos, trying to frag out, 65 is enough. So that is the build, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, if you found this helpful, found something informative, then please give me a like. Let me know down in the comments below if you change any of the attachments or you don't agree or you do agree. I'd love to chat to you guys, as I said before. So yeah, just enjoy the clips and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Hold on.
Gas is closing in. Relocate to the safe zone.
Yeah, it's good. You can feel like at range, it's a bit lacking. I feel like the Mac 10 would just be super strong there. And the time to kill would be so much quicker. It's not bad. I mean, this actual build, it's really good. I mean, take a look at the recoil. You see, it's super linear. There's a little bit of like left to, well, that right to left movement, but it's so easy to control. And it's super snappy out of sprint, which is really what we want if we're being aggressive. I mean, if he didn't close the door then, I would never... I wouldn't have known. Yeah, again, like the guy on top of the building, on top of the hangar. Just feels like it's taking a little bit too long. I was lucky that he kind of missed a few of his shots there. Oh, so I know there's a team down here. I'm holding a good spot here, though.
Yeah. Whoa, how?
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply. Losing ground.
Whoa! It's a good combo, baby. It's a good combo.
Loader 2-0, good copy. Let's strike away.
Ah! The other side.
You're the win next time.
So close.
Carl, that time before.
Ah, dudes, that was so close. Anyway, I think that's a good combo. SPR Bullfrog combo. There you have it, guys. There's the build. Hope you like it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to stay up to date with more content, and I will speak to you guys in the next one. Peace.